These are the two blushes. We're going to compare them to see if we have a dupe or not. Ooh, that is a pretty shade. Oh, $13.97 at Walmart. So you can't beat that price for clean beauty. So hey girl, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be testing and reviewing some Nude by Nature makeup products. And so today we have a plethora of products from Nude by Nature. And I know if you've seen them at Walmart, you also have been curious about them like me. Nude by Nature had released in Walmart recently, the beginning of this year. I'm just now getting around to picking up these products, but I was so intrigued when I seen them in store. They have some other products that I tried, but they just didn't work out for my skin tone. So I returned them, and I wanted to do this video to share the products that they have and which ones will work good on brown skin. So we have foundation, we have 2 shades here. We also have some finishing powder, we have a setting spray, we have some blushes, and then we have a mascara, a lip pencil, and also a lip oil. But these are the ones that I tried, and I figured these would be some good options for the girlies that are brown skin that was curious and wanted to know how they would look on us. They do have other products, but some of the products for me, I found they were either they weren't deep enough, or I just wasn't sure if they were going to be deep enough. So I picked out several products that I thought would work good on brown skin. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get into this first impressions / review video. So I didn't purchase a primer because normally my primer is my skin prep. Everything that I do before my makeup application, they do have 3 of them there. They have one for perfecting the skin of redness, and then they have a smoothing one, and then one for hydration. But I did get the foundation. I purchased 2 shades, W10 Cinnamon, I believe, and then this one is N10 Rich Toffee. This is definitely a medium to full coverage foundation, depending on your skin needs and your skin type. So it controls excess sebum, instantly provides a smooth, flawless finish, satin matte appearance, minimizes the appearance of pores, and improves skin elasticity over time, contains antioxidants to protect the skin from pollution and environmental stressors, and suitable for all skin types. It blurs the skin. It really perfects the skin. So I do agree with those claims of providing a smooth, flawless finish. If you have pores, texture, you know, I think with good skin prep and then going in with this foundation will perfect your skin. And so now we're gonna go in with the foundation, the Nude by Nature Perfecting Skin Filter Foundation. And this is what it looks like. So you twist it to use it. So I'm gonna pump just 1 pump. I honestly don't think I'm gonna need all of that. This is how much I pumped on the back of my hand. Do you see that? My only thing with this is that it's not fragrance free. I do prefer fragrance free products, but I've been testing it out and I have not experienced any breakouts or any skin irritation because I was concerned about the essential oils that they use in this foundation. But if you have sensitive skin, I say patch test this to see. I have very sensitive and acne prone skin. My only thing with the shade is when you look down here, I don't know. You tell me if that's a good match, but I feel like I need to add just a little bit of the W10 Cinnamon. I don't know. Like I just need to mix it in just to kind of help it match my neck and my chest. But you could tell me if that made a difference. But yeah. But I feel like adding that little bit helped. But you guys will have to let me know in the comments if you agree. But again, like I said, look at the skin. Just looks flawless. I forgot to mention, it's a 30 ml 1 ounce, and the price, it is $13.97 at Walmart. That is amazing. For a foundation like this, that's going to be long wearing, it's going to be perfecting, especially depending on where you live. It might be hot right now, but this is going to be perfect for the summer. $13.97 at Walmart. So you can't beat that price for clean beauty. So they also had a concealer. I did purchase it, but I ended up returning it because they didn't have a shade that I normally go for. And the formula, I just wasn't the biggest fan for what I'm looking for with my concealer. To me, that concealer just didn't do it. And I didn't want to buy it just to buy it and then return it. It's under $10. It's $9.97. It's the Nude by Nature Anti-Aging Correcting Concealer. It's also the same as the foundation. It's like a soft matte finish. So I'm going to apply the concealer I normally use, and then I'll speed that up. So now usually I go in with my cream bronzer and powder bronzer. They did not have a cream bronzer, and they did have a powder bronzer. It was like a loose powder bronzer, but it didn't look like it would be deep enough for my skin tone, so I didn't purchase it. So I'm going to go in with my normal cream bronzer and powder bronzer, and then I'll also speed that up, and then I'll be right back. So now let's get into the blushes. I have two different blushes. They have some powder blushes too. I tried it, but a deeper shade wasn't deep enough, so I returned it. But then they also have the stick blush. They had 3 shades, and so I got the deepest shade because I figured that would be the shade that would show up on my skin tone. And this is one Nude Berry. This is the packaging. This is the color. So I'm going to just swatch that on my forehand. This is what the shade looks like a berry shade. So I was so excited to try this. So we're going to use this one on one cheek. And then they have the Dewy Serum Blush Drops, and they have 3 shades here. They have Peach Crush, Pink Petal, and then this one is Warm Rose. These shades are perfect for the spring and summer. So today I'm gonna go in with the deeper shade, which is 2 Warm Rose. This was the shade that I saw and I just knew that it was gonna show up on my skin tone. It reminded me of this, my Say Dew blush in the shade Dreamy. So I'm going to compare to see if this is a cheaper alternative, a dupe, so to speak, to this. We're gonna compare them and see, but these 2 shades, I did try them out. I would say if you were interested in these and you were shades lighter than me, then this would probably be good shades for you. But for me, or deeper, it didn't show up pigmented enough on my skin tone. But the formula is beautiful. It's like a flush of color. And for me, these just wasn't pigmented enough to show that flush on my skin tone. I'll actually swatch the other shades on my forehand so you can see what they look like in case you were curious. So I'll first go in with the lightest shade, which is Pink Petal. So that's what that looks like. And this is that peachy coral shade, which is called Peach Crush. And that's what that shade looks like. And this is the deeper shade, which is Warm Rose. And that's what that looks like. Okay, so on this cheek, I'm gonna go in with the Nude by Nature Dewy Serum Blush Drop. I'm going to apply it on my forehand so that I can have a little more control. So I'm gonna dab the brush in my forehand, get all the product in there. And then I'm just gonna go here on my cheekbones. And see how pretty that looks? You know, it actually reminds me of the Merit blush balms, how it sits on the skin. It gives that flush of color, but yeah. And even the texture of it, how it sits on the skin, it gives like a sheen with a little pigment, depending on your skin tone, of course. But it's just a really pretty shade for brown skin. But yeah. And I'm gonna go in with another layer just to see how it builds up. And then I'll go in again. Yeah, so it does build up. As you can see, the shade is becoming more opaque, but it still is lightweight. And it still, again, it's like that flush of color on the cheek. It's pretty. Put this some on my nose. Okay. That's pretty, especially for the spring. I would say this is pretty. It could be for the summer too. So that's the Nude by Nature Dewy Serum Liquid Blush. And it retails for, again, under $10, $9.97. So yeah, I mean, you can't beat that price. And this blush here is the Nude by Nature Hydra Stick Lip and Cheek Color. And it retails for under $9. It's $8.97. And I love how compact it is, so it'll be perfect for travel, multi-use. I am so excited to see what this looks like on my cheek. I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques dual-ended ultimate multitasker brush. So I'm gonna go in on the smaller end for the cream side. I know you can apply it to the cheek, but I don't wanna disturb my makeup on my face, so I'm just gonna apply it straight to the brush. And just looking at that pigment in the brush, that color, ooh, this is very pretty. Yeah, it's like a rose, a warm rose. I love that. I'm gonna go in again just to see how it builds up. Yeah, I love this. I had a feeling I was going to like it. You know, I didn't know what it was going to look like. So really, it depends on your preference. They're similar shades. They might even be the same shade, it's just a different product. If you like yours more of a multi-stick or cream type of blush, then you would like this. But this one just gives, if you prefer it more liquid, more of a flush of color, more lightweight, more of a glassy type of dew, if that makes sense. You can see it. They both are hydrating products, but they sit on the skin nicely, but they just do something a little different. Again, this one is more of a serum form product, and this one is more cream. So depending on what you like, but they both are beautiful pinks, and they look good on brown skin. And they're under $10. This is $8.97. This is $9.97. So you can't beat that price. So I'm going to blend out my concealer. So when it comes to loose setting powder, they didn't have a loose setting powder, but they did have a loose powder foundation, and then they had a translucent finishing powder. So that's what I picked up. This is what it looks like, that rose gold packaging, and this is what it looks like. And this one is under $12. It's $11.97. Again, a good price at the drugstore for clean beauty. So really what I use this for is to perfect under the eye or wherever I want, you know, my T-zone area. This is what I use this powder for. And normally I use a brush, but lately I've been using my Christian Beauty Co. blender. And so I'm gonna use this. I like to turn it around and shake it. And then I go in, I tap, and then I go on my forehand to tap off the excess powder to just make sure it's evenly blended on there. Do you see that difference? This eye and then this eye. There's a big difference. With this, It helps extend makeup wear, helps control oil and shine, disguises fine lines, skin nourishing ingredients, non-drying formula, and helps diffuse dark circles. It's fragrance free, so it does give like a natural finish with its light reflecting microparticles. So it's for a radiant, flawless complexion. I've been enjoying this powder lately. I'm gonna tap the excess off and then I'm gonna go on this side. And I just been loving it with this beauty blender. So bouncy and soft. And it just perfects this area, my under eye where I put it. Then I'm gonna go on top on my forehead. Clean up under there. They don't have a powder bronzer that is deep enough for my skin tone, so I'm gonna go in with the one I already own. So I'm gonna speed that up and then I'll be right back. And again, same with the blush. They're powder blushes. I'm gonna set that cream blush with a powder blush I already own. And so now I'm going to go on top of that blush with the liquid blush, this side, right? Just to kind of melt that in. I love this technique. Learned it from Patrick Ta. With the other side, I'm going to use that same brush that I use for this blush. Just melt that in. But yeah, love the pinks. I'm going to blend under my eye. So I'm gonna go in with my powder bronzer in my crease, and then also I'm gonna go in on my lower lash line. Put some of that pink on there, and some in the pink on the lid too. They do have eyeliners. I only use eyeliners for full makeup, you know, glam. And since I'm more so doing like a natural glam, I figured I wouldn't need it just yet. So now we're gonna go in with setting spray. This is what it looks like. It's the natural setting spray. And this is also under $10. You get 60 ml, 2 ounces for $9.97. It sets and extends the makeup wear, helps keep makeup looking fresh, untinted, lightweight formula, non-sticky texture, alcohol-free, fragrance-free, skin-nourishing ingredients. So let's go in with this and let's set the face. Okay, yeah, not bad at all. I actually like the spray. It's not a mist, but it's not like how some that just like shoots at you. It's not like that at all. So I do love that about it. Look how my skin feels. It definitely looks hydrated and glowy. Okay, so now we're going in with the mascara, and this is the Nude by Nature Awaken Lengthening Mascara in the shade Black. It also comes in brown, but this is what the packaging looks like. Very chic. This is what it looks like. It's very slim, skinny. I'm a fan of this mascara. At first I saw it and was like, I don't know if this is gonna do anything. And then when I used it, I'm like, oh wow, I was very impressed. This mascara is under $10. It's $9.97. And this is a lengthening mascara. It defines the lashes and lengthens the lashes. So you're gonna see what I mean. But of course, I'm going to go in with my lash curler. They didn't have any tools at Walmart, so I'm gonna use my lash curler. They did not have a lash primer, and because that's what I use, I'm gonna go in with the one that I use. Now we can go in with the mascara. So this is what the lash looks now. Before, after. And that's just with the one coat. If you like a mascara that defines the lashes, that lengthens the lashes, this will be a good one. Under $10, clean mascara at the drugstore. So that's what they look like. Another thing that I love about this mascara, the wand is skinny, so when it's time to go on the bottom lashes, it won't make a mess. This mascara is beginner friendly. They also have another mascara that's a volumizing one, but today we're just going to be going in with the Awakening Lengthening Mascara. Okay, so I applied my falsies off camera. So now we're going to go in with the lip products. And today I have a lip liner and then I have a lip oil. This is the Nude by Nature Lip Defining Pencil. And I have the shade Espresso, which is the deepest shade that they have. And this is $5.97, under $6. And then I have the Nude by Nature lip oil. This is in the shade Sweet Grapefruit. Because I don't have a shade like this, I figured I would get it. Now, I actually wasn't going to get it because I am really picky about lip products that go on my lips that I will eventually swallow. Because when you lick your lips and you talk, you eventually swallow your lip products. And I'm very picky. I'm very particular about the ingredients. I don't like lip products that have fragrance, that has titanium dioxide. And when it comes to what they tint the product with, I really truly prefer a completely non-toxic lip product. This would be a low tox option at the drugstore, but because I knew that you guys would want to see what it looked like on brown skin, so I figured I'd choose a shade. If you don't care about those ingredients I just mentioned, then you will be fine with it, but then you'll be able to see what it looks like on brown skin. And it is $9.97, so it's under $10. So I'm going to go in with the brown shade. This is what it looks like. So I'm just going to swatch it on my hand so you can see how deep it is. This is really deep. They had another shade called Chestnut, but I wasn't sure if it was going to show up on my lip because I do have two-tone lips. They have a berry shade too, but we'll try this and see. This one might be more darker than I'm used to using. Well, actually, it's like similar to my top lip color. I would say it's a neutral dark brown. The ones that I have is more of like a chocolate brown, and then I have a red brown. I can actually swatch the ones that I use so you can see the difference, just so you can have a comparison. So I'm gonna swatch the Nude by Nature again. This is what that looks like. And then I'm going to swatch my go-to brown lip liners that I use. So I'm gonna swatch the Tower 28 Draw Me right next to it, so you can see the difference of the undertones. And then I'm going to swatch the Lip Sketch Hydrating Crayon. And this is in the shade Tableau. So I'm going to swatch that next to it. And these are all three shades. This one at the end is the Nude by Nature shade in Espresso. And then that's Draw Me in the middle, Tower 28. And then that's Ilia Tableau. But that's what the shades look like in comparison. In case you were wondering, it really depends on what kind of brown you like on your lips, if you like something more neutral or something more warm. But I wonder if that chestnut color would have been similar to the Tower 28. I just remember when I got it and I swatched it on my hand, I just wasn't sure, so I returned it. But maybe I'll repurchase it again, and the berry shade to see. So now we're gonna go in with the lip oil in the shade Sweet Grapefruit. So this is what it looks like. And that's what it looks like. That is a pretty shade. Oh, with that lip liner, that is a nice combo. That's pretty. Ooh. That's pretty. So I did say that we were going to compare the Say Dew blush and the Dewy Serum blush drop. These are the two blushes. We're going to compare them to see if we have a dupe or not. So first we're going to go in with the Say Dew blush in the shade Dreamy. This is what it looks like. And of course, you know, it's a liquid blush, but it has a applicator. So this is what Say is looking like. And then we're gonna go in with the Nude by Nature, the Dewy Serum Blush Drop. And this is what it looks like next to it. So no, it is not. If they was to come out with a deeper shade like Say, this would be so amazing. But again, this is what it looks like on my skin tone. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think about the blushes or if you've tried them out and how did you like it. But I am a fan of the multi-stick. I love that. I love the color. I love how compact it is, and it is more pigmented. But yeah, I do love this. This is the deeper shade, which is Nude Berry. Those are the products that stood out to me in this video: the foundation, the finishing powder, the lip and cheek stick, the lip pencil, and the lip oil, the Awakening Lengthening Mascara. Those stood out to me the most out of all the products that I tried today. You know, I actually really did enjoy the Dewy Serum Blush Drops. I just wish that the shades were deeper, but the formula is beautiful. It really is. So hopefully they would extend the shade range. So I really enjoyed these products, and you guys have to let me know what you think, what your thoughts are, and if you tried any of these products and how they worked out for you. And let me know which blush shade was your favorite from the video. Thank you for sticking around to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful. And you guys will have to let me know your feedback in the comments of what you thought about the products and if you tried any of them so far. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time, bye.